Madam Secretary, I know that you realized you would not be able to leave here today without us having yet another discussion about NOAA's right whale regulations. As you're well aware, the entire Maine delegation, our governor, the Maine Department of Marine Resources, all agree that this rule is overly burdensome, unfairly targets the Maine lobster industry, and will not achieve the goal of saving the right whale. In fact, NOAA's own data show that Maine's lobster industry has never been linked to the death of a right whale. A federal judge in Maine was able to block the NOAA regulations for a time and remarked that the regulations were based on what he called markedly thin evidence. And that certainly summarizes how we feel. Yet NOAA proceeded to close more than 950 square miles of productive ocean area to lobster fishing. And that closure went through till yesterday. It just reopened today. And now we're finding that the gear conversion that is required is simply not available. An AP story entitled Worries Grow as deadline for whale-friendly gear draws near quotes the Maine Department of Marine Resources as receiving numerous complaints that there simply isn't a sufficient supply of approved ropes or plastic links that are required by the new NOAA regulations. I would mention that over the years, the Maine lobster industry has greatly reduced the amount of rope that it uses, and they have always been great stewards of the environment. And that's why this is particularly frustrating. So the Maine delegation, along with the governor, has asked for a delay in the implementation of the gear conversion requirements from May 1st to July 1st. That would save the industry more than $7 million in lost fishing time, and we believe it would have no or negligible impact on risk reduction. The overall scarcity of this gear is making it virtually impossible for many lobstermen to find it. It's just simply not available. So with the implementation date still at May 1st, and that is coming up quickly, lobstermen are struggling to find the compliant gear in the marketplace. Will NOAA reconsider delaying the requirement?
So thank you for the question. And as I've said to you before, I take this very seriously, and I admire the way you keep with it. We have many thousands of people in Rhode Island who make a living as commercial fishermen, and I know it's more than just a living. It's often been in their generation, in their family for generations. They did it, their father did it, their grandfather did it. So it's a culture, it's a way of life, and it's a living. And I understand that and want to work with you to find a solution. I wish I had an easy solution here. NOAA is not permitted on its own to change the date from May 1st to July 1st. I have looked into it, and under the APA, we don't have that ability to on our own change the date. I will tell you, my head of fisheries, Janet Coit, I have directed her to be on this, and she is talking to the commissioner in Maine almost daily. She spoke with him today. I received an update. She'll be speaking with him tomorrow. We are trying to help locate the gear, as well as provide as much flexibility and assistance as we can So let us continue to work on it a bit more, to see if we can alleviate these supply chain issues and just continue to kind of work on that problem in the weeks ahead. And I will call you and keep you apprised.
Thank you. This is a terrible problem for our state, and it just seems so unfair when our lobster men and women are not the problem. Ship strikes are a problem. There are some problems with Canadian snow crab gear, for example, but we're not the problem. And as you've rightly said, lobstering is an iconic industry in our state. It is a way of life. It's multi-generational. Our lobster men and women have always been extremely sensitive to the environment and good stewards of the resource, and is extremely frustrating.
I share the frustration. It's complicated, as you know, it's the subject of a lawsuit, and there is not a simple solution, but I will commit to you to stay on it and see if we can do everything we can to help the lobstermen.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you